In the wild, every movement counts. Every action has a consequence. Trust is rare, and mercy even rarer. But in a forgotten corner of our planet, deep in a primeval jungle, there exists a place where the laws of nature are rewritten. It all started at dawn. The sky was the color of old bruises, heavy with the promise of rain. A piercing cry split the morning calm. The sound was unlike anything you've heard, desperate, haunting, echoing. It came from a hawk, a red-tailed hawk to be exact, perched awkwardly on a slender sapling. One wing hung limp, feathers torn and mangled, dragging against the forest floor. Its keen eyes, usually sharp with predatory gaze, were clouded with pain. It was trapped, grounded, a king brought low. A hush fell over the forest. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. From the safety of their concealed nests, insects stilled their buzzing, birds cut short their songs. All eyes, all ears, focused on the hawk, waiting for the inevitable. It was only a matter of time before the scavengers arrived, ants first, then beetles, followed by the horde of hungry, uncaring eyes and snapping jaws. The hawk's ordeal was not going to end well. Then, slowly, something stirred in the shadows below. It moved like a whisper through the undergrowth, a ripple spreading from stone to stone. It was a snake, a green vine snake, long and sinuous, its scales glistening like emeralds in the dim light. It slithered steadily forward, not with the urgency of hunger, but with a chilling calm that spoke of something else, something more unsettling. It was coming for the hawk. There was no mistaking its intent. The sight was enough to freeze the blood in your veins. Snake approaching a grounded predator, every instinct screamed at you, run. Yet it wasn't a mindless predator. As it emerged from the thicket, its eyes met yours, burning with a cold fire, ancient knowing. It had seen the hawk's plight and decided to take matters into its own hands, or rather fangs. And then it did the most unexpected thing, climbed the tree, scaled the rough bark with an ease that was both mesmerizing and terrifying. It moved upward, inch by inch, its body a blur of green against the gray, its gaze fixed on the struggling hawk. And you watched, captivated, horrified, wondering why. Why would a snake put itself in such a precarious position? Why risk a confrontation it couldn't hope to win? But as it reached the hawk, the answer unfolded before your eyes. The snake didn't strike, didn't coil and strike with lightning speed, didn't sink its fangs into the helpless bird. It stopped beneath the branch, coiled gently and raised its head. Didn't lunge, it lifted. With a movement almost alien in its delicacy, it nudged the hawk's talons with its nose, guiding them towards a sturdier branch draped in emerald green leaves. And then, slowly, cautiously, the hawk shifted. Its eyes glazed with pain and fatigue, focused on the snake. For a moment, there was only the rustle of leaves and the chirping of crickets. Then, as if understanding dawned in its pain-filled gaze, the hawk hopped onto the new branch. For a while, neither creature moved. The snake remained coiled at the foot of the tree, its head held high, its body a living emerald. The hawk perched on its branch, silent, still, trying to make sense of the impossible. And then, miraculously, the hawk spread its wings. Tentatively, it flapped once, twice, and then with a powerful beat, it took to the sky. It circled once, twice around the tree, as if in gratitude, as if taking a final bow. And then it was gone, lost in the vast canvas of the sky, leaving behind a stunned silence. The next few days were filled with questions. The animals returned to their routines, the buzz, the chirp, the rustle, but the memory lingered. How could a snake help its natural enemy? What had compelled it to abandon its instincts, its very nature? Was it just an act of magnanimity? A fleeting moment of kindness? Or was there more to the story? Then came the twist no one had anticipated. A week later, almost to the day, the same hawk was seen circling above the same tree. But it wasn't alone. At its side was a small, fragile figure, swaddled in a blanket of downy feathers, a baby hawk. The parents flew in tandem, their calls echoing through the trees, a duet of love and protection. Below, on a low branch, basked a familiar snake, its scales shimmering in the dappled sunlight. It didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't flee. It just basked, content in the shared space. From that day on, the forest changed. The hawk and the snake became its emblem, a symbol of the unexpected bonds that can form in the wild, of the empathy that can bloom in the most unlikely of places. Now some whispered that the snake had been merciful because it once lost its own eggs to a predator and knew firsthand the helplessness of the situation. Others believed that the hawk, recognizing the snake's act of kindness, chose to repay it, ensuring the snake's place in the changing seasons. But there was more to the story than met the eye. See, the snake didn't just climb the tree to save the hawk, it climbed to offer a chance, a second chance. You see, the snake was born with a rare genetic mutation. It lacked the deadly venom that its brethren possessed. In the harsh reality of the wild, this made it vulnerable, almost an outcast. Unable to kill its prey, it had to rely on cunning, on strategy. It was a green vine snake, yes, but it was also a survivor. And when it saw the hawk, it didn't see just a wounded bird. It saw a challenge, a test of its adaptability, a game to be won. It climbed the tree, not out of mercy, but out of strategy. By guiding the hawk away from danger, it ensured its own safety. It was a delicate balance of instincts, a dance between vulnerability and survival. The hawk, too, was more than just a victim. It was a fighter. Its wing was hurt, but its spirit was not broken. When it hopped onto the other branch, it wasn't just accepting help, it was sizing up the situation, assessing the risks. It might have been weakened, but it was far from helpless. Their meeting wasn't just a random event, it was a carefully orchestrated interaction, a testament to the complexity of life in the wild. As for the weeks that followed, they were not merely a tale of gratitude. They were a story of mutual respect, a recognition of the shared struggle for survival that bound them together. The hawk understood the snake's predicament, and the snake respected the hawk's resilience. Their bond was forged not in blood, but in understanding. It's a story that challenges our perceptions of the natural world, reminding us that empathy and understanding can transcend differences. It's a story that resonates with us because in the end, it's a story about connection, the unexpected ties that combines two creatures so different yet so alike. But why does this story matter? Why should you care about a snake and a hawk? Because their story is not just about them. It's about us. It reflects our own struggles, our capacity for empathy, and our will to survive. It mirrors our journey through life, the challenges we face, the choices we make, and the bonds we forge. Their story is a reminder of the power of connection. It tells us that understanding can bridge even the most daunting divides, that empathy can heal even the deepest wounds. It's a call to look beyond appearances, to see the shared humanity, the shared struggle, and the shared hope that connect us all. So the next time you encounter a stranger, remember the hawk and the snake. Don't just see a face or a reputation. A story of survival, of struggle, and of empathy. Recognize the shared threads that connect you. The hawk and the snake. The past, the present, and the future. Remember, it's not just a story. It's a mirror reflecting the best and worst of our nature. A testament to the power of understanding and a reminder of the importance of connection.